What differentiates above average performance with peak performance? If you look at legends, whether it's in sport, whether it's in business, whether it's in art, you find that it's not just sheer talent or effort. Both are important, of course, but it's the X factor. And the X factor is what I call a sold out mentality. And when you and me leverage that sold out mentality, we have access to operating at a peak performance level. I want to share with you very quickly as to how you could leverage the sold out mentality. Number one, have a very clear goal in mind. I know it sounds as fundamental, but the problem is, goal setting is underrated, but there is, in our minds, we need to leverage the power of goal setting. And it's not just writing down a goal, but it's about visualizing that goal, being able to see the end goal with clarity in your mind. There is no ambiguity there, right? The sharper the details that is visible in your mind's eye, the better is the opportunity for you to actually achieve the goal. Novak Djokovic talks about his own life. When he was 7 years old, back in Serbia, he would make a Wimbledon trophy with all the scrap that he could find, and he would lift it up. And he would visualize the fact that someday that he would actually hold the actual Wimbledon trophy, the men's single trophy, someday, right? But 2021, he's actually held the Wimbledon trophy, the actual trophy, 6 times. And, he owns 20 Grand Slam wins, trophy wins, putting him among the illustrious company of Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. That's the power of a goal, right? Do you have a clear goal? It's very, very important for you to operate in a sold out mentality. The second is, are you willing to pay the price? What's the price that you've got to pay? You see, unless you're willing to pay the price, you will not receive the payoff. The price could be in terms of effort, the price could be the way you spend your time, the price could be in terms of your diet, your practice, so on and so forth. Again, going back to Novak, and he talks about how he struggled with a breathing problem. This breathing problem would affect his performance. He had the talent, he had the ability, but he had a problem, and that's the breathing problem. So Novak decided to pay the price. He made a trade-off with his diet. He gave up the food that he loved, he gave up the food that he liked, and instead he traded it off for a regimented, mundane, rather boring kind of a diet. But the payoff did come, and the payoff was that his breathing problem was solved. He became far more mentally alert, and he could move remarkably fast, and the results are there to see. The question is, what is that price that you need to pay? If you're not willing to pay the price, well, you're not going to get the kind of payoff that you are expecting. Number 3 is a laser sharp focus. When I talk about laser sharp focus, I'm talking about the alignment of your mind, emotions, your will, and your actions. When there's alignment with all these elements, that's when you are in the zone. You hear of sports people and musicians, they say that when they go onto the court, when they go onto the auditorium, when they go onto the stadium, they move into the zone. They focus on what they need to do. They focus on what they need to execute. The noise of the crowd, the noise of the audience, the noise of the opponents is all zoned out. Rather, they zone in to what they need to do. It's when they are in the zone, that's when peak performance becomes a reality. So what are the distractions that you need to cut off? What are the attractions that you need to cut off, right? Because the more often that you find yourself in the zone, that is when you can actually operate with a sold out mentality. Number 4 is a continuous improvement philosophy. A sold out mentality requires you to constantly improve, not once a month, but improve every day. How can you get better than yesterday? For you and me, it could be, can I run maybe half a kilometer more than what I ran yesterday? Can I do 5 more reps than what I did yesterday? Can I do 30 seconds more on the plank than what I did yesterday? Can I make those 3 more calls to get a sales appointment than what I did yesterday? Can I write 5 more pages than what I wrote yesterday? I don't know what it's for you, but you need to measure that continuous improvement. If you're not improving daily, then you're stagnating. So continuous improvement is the 4th. And the 5th is fundamental, basic, you got to love what you do. You can't operate in a sold out mentality and do things which you don't like to do or you're forced to do. You got to love what you do, and as they say, do what you love, right? So these 5 elements are the building blocks for you to operate in a sold out mentality. You see, a sold out mentality is what differentiates the legends, the champions, from the also ran. A sold out mentality is what converts potential into performance. When you do your part, well, you will be effective. But when you are sold out, that's when you will be excellent. Thank you so much for giving me your time and watching Leadership Vocabulary. I would encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll find content on leadership and on faith.